Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Zwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the lecture number 7 of IT Needs Assessment and Technology Evaluation course. In my previous videos, we talk about information systems. We have transaction processing system, management information system, decision support system, expert system. What is an ERP system? What ERP stands for? ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning System. So from the name, many students think about that we are talking about just to manage the resources of the company. So that's not the concept of ERP. ERP is a collection of integrated systems to automate the business process of a company. The most popular commercial ERP system, we also call them COTS, commercial off-the-shelf systems. SAP, people call it SAP, which is wrong. It is SAP, System Application and Products, very famous company from Germany, established in 1972. So long time before they have vision of enterprise resource planning system and integrated systems, which is now the requirement of distributed systems. And all companies want to have ERP system. Number one is SAP. Number two is Oracle in the commercial market. And number three is Microsoft Dynamics, because Microsoft introduced late in the ERP system market. And we can have customized ERP system, like there is an American company, its name is Conoco, which is the largest oil refinery company in the world. And Aramco is a sister company of Conoco. And you can imagine, if Aramco is such large company, what about the Conoco? They have customized ERP system which contains 75 applications for top management, middle management, lower management. Similarly, Netsol company, the top company of Pakistan, Netsol Technologies, they have LeaseSoft, which is no more leasing software now. It's a complete financial package. It is complete ERP system now, and it is evolved over the years. The next topic is to understand organizations. Currently, there are 4 frames. We have structural frame. In the structural frame, focuses on roles and responsibilities, coordination, control. So organizational charts helps to define such frames. And then you have human resource frame, focuses on providing friendly relation between needs of company and needs of people. Number 3 is political frame, that assumes organizations as collisions because top management, middle management, lower management, and there's a situation of conflicts between power and the roles. The 4th is symbolic frame, focuses on symbols and meanings related to events. So culture is very important in such organizations. There is a very famous case study that ERP system, which is now the requirement of every company in the market. We have HR, human resource system, customer relationship management system, attendance system, payroll system, customer relationship management system, supply chain management system. So there are several systems and they all are integrated. So enter information one accessible to all and vice versa. So there is automation in the business processes. To objective is to reduce the human involvement. So instead, humans will check the inventory and then order to the supplier. ERP system automatically checks the inventory and order to the supplier or the warehouse to supply the items to maintain the stock. There is a Sobeys Canadian grocery store, which is working in Canada, and they have chain throughout the Canada. They have started ERP system and it failed and costing Sobeys Canadian grocery store almost $90 million loss. So one of the professors from the Dalhousie University, he tried to identify the problem that why this system failed. As per his statement, the problem of building an integrated system that can accommodate different people is a very serious challenge. You cannot divorce technology from cultural issues. So in ERP system of Sobeys company shut down for 5 days, and there was no business, and the employees were suffering because there were empty stores and they are trying to maintain their stock, and they were transiting from the ERP system back to the traditional system. And company suffer a loss of 82% after the tax hit per share. So they lost their reputation in the market, and they suffered the loss of $90 million, as well as the sale. There was no sale for 5 days. So if you fail to implement ERP system by considering the technological constraints, cultural constraints, there's less chances of success. Many organizations focus on structural frame. Most people understand that organizational charts explain the top management, like in King Abdulaziz University, we have president, then you have 3 vice presidents, and then each department, each faculty has dean, vice dean, like in FCIT, Faculty of Computing and Information Technology, we have vice dean academics, vice dean development, vice dean research, and then you have chairman, chairman IT, chairman CS, chairman IS, because there are 3 departments, and under the chairman we have professor, associate professor, assistant professors, lecturers, TAs. So many new managers try to change organizational structure when other changes are needed. They don't need to change the organizational structure. 3 basic organizational structures are functional, project, and metrics. As you can see in the diagram, the functional, we have chief executive, we have vice presidents, like in King Abdulaziz University, and then you have the staff, engineering, vice president manufacturing, vice president IT, vice president HR. Then the project base, you have chief executive, then program manager A, B, C, and their staff. The metric base, we have chief executive, and then program manager, then vice president, engineering, manufacturing, IT. Then under project program manager, you have staff, then project manager A, B, C, and vice president. Engineering has 2 engineers, 5 engineers, and so on. The organizational structures influence on projects. So as per the table, we have project manager authority in the functional, in the metrics, and the project. In functional, it's none, virtually. In metric base, we have weak metrics, we have balanced metrics, and we have strong metrics, so limited. In the balance, low to moderate, in the strong, moderate to high, and the project base, the role authority of project manager is very high, or he is fully in charge. Then second parameter is percent of performing organizational personnel assigned full-time to project work. So virtually none in the metric base, 0 to 25, weak metrics, balanced metrics 15 to 60, and then strong metrics 50 to 95, and the project based 85, 100%. Project manager's role in functional part-time, in metric based full-time, in project based full-time. The common titles for project manager's role: in functional, we call them project coordinator, leader, and the metrics, we call them project coordinator or project leader, officer, program manager, and the project base, we call them project manager or program manager. And the project management administrative staff, in the functional part-time, in the metric base part-time if it is weak, and it is balanced and strong, that full-time, and project-based full-time. So organizational structure influence the project manager authority, but project managers need to remember to address the human resources, political, and symbolic frames too. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.